Welcome to the Vernon Hills Update. The update offers information about a variety of village services. You'll meet a few of your neighbors and you'll find out about upcoming events. On today's show, we'll visit the Vernon Hills Park District's Lakeview Fitness Center for ideas on staying healthy, active, and fit this winter. We'll check in with Countryside Fire for some safety suggestions, as well as a request to keep our neighborhood fire hydrants shoveled out this winter. And we'll travel to the GLMV Chamber of Commerce office to learn about how that organization supports our local businesses and our wider community. Thank you for tuning into the Vernon Hills Update.
Well, as we come into the winter and we maybe have set some New Year's resolution, it's a great time to start thinking about our health and some healthy habits. And one of the places we can find out more is over here at the Lakeview Fitness Center. That's the Vernon Hills Park District facility on Lakeview Parkway. And we are with Facility Supervisor Matt Laporte. Matt, it's good to see you again. We've got a lot to talk about again. Busy over here, and I would imagine as it gets to be winter and it's harder to get outside, is this kind of one of your big seasons then?
This is our season. This is a great time to be here. We are very busy. We have a lot going on and a lot to offer, so this is a fun time to be here for us.
And it's a great time to try out the facility. I know you guys are great about saying, come on over, see what's over here. Is that still kind of an opening that we can contact you if we want to come and take a peek around?
Definitely. We believe you have to try out the facility, get a feel for it, see if it's right for you. And we feel that, we offer a definite value to your membership here. We're very friendly with our staff, and we're all about creating a social network so that, when you come here, you've got somebody to cheer you on and be accountable, and you've got, when you come with your friends, it makes you want to stay. So we create a good, positive culture, and I think that makes us special.
Well, that Park District mentality is kind of a special thing because it is leisure, education, recreation. It's a different viewpoint than maybe if maybe a private health club might have, because you are looking at like all ages and the whole family and kind of all aspects of the community.
We certainly do. We offer swim lessons starting at a very young age, and we have programming for youth and teens all the way up to adults. We offer a variety of small group training on the fitness side for adults and for teens, and we do a lot to keep everybody healthy.
You guys, I know you did a survey not that long ago, but you guys are always asking, what is it you want? Let's see if we can figure out how to do that for you. And that's a nice aspect of a kind of a community partner that you guys as the Park District are.
Right. We listen to our members. That feedback is what drives us to move forward, to make changes to our operation, bring in new classes, offer new programs.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about, because you mentioned fitness, you've got like machines and weights and all that stuff. Can you kind of just give a quick laundry list of what is over here?
Sure.
It's a lot of stuff.
Sure.
You don't have to.
We have a lot. I think the big thing that is great is that we have a pool, which during the winter months when you're looking to get out, get some laps in, or keep the kids sharp on their swim skills, we've got the pool, hot tub, steam room, and sauna. Then obviously we've got all the cardio equipment, the weight training. We have excellent staff who are able to help with personal training. So we're all busy this time of year. Let's get efficient with our workouts. Let's start seeing some results. And then we have group exercise classes. And I brought some staff who will be able to talk about that today. But we've got some fantastic group exercise classes, and that's all included with your membership.
Yeah, and it is a powerful membership, and I liked how you said encouragement and accountability. So it's like a little bit of both. It's like the carrot and the stick to make us do what we're supposed to do.
Definitely.
Well, thank you. Let's go. I know you've got some people lined up that have some ideas for us of how we can stay healthy. I appreciate it. Let's go see what they've got to say. We're going to get some ideas from Mike Schwartz, one of the personal trainers over here. And first of all, if I were to come over here and talk to you and say, I'm thinking about a personal trainer, tell me what you do for people.
Well, everyone's approached uniquely. No two people are exactly alike, and their goals are considered as well. Before each session, or before the initial session, I'll sit down with them, ask them a little bit about their exercise history, the personal goals they're looking to achieve, and then we'll kind of go from there. I can design a routine that'll implement things that'll help them achieve their goals pretty much.
So does that mean, like, if I come to you, you only do cardio, or you only do whatever, or do you mix it up?
Absolutely mix it up. Variety is key when it comes to exercise. No one thing should be done all the time, and everyone needs to be built from the ground up and approached differently. So one thing isn't going to be the most, such as going on a bike or treadmill, isn't going to be the end all for all people. Then a combination of resistance training, balance exercises, and cardio work as well is usually going to be pretty typical in most clients, but variety is key, as I said before.
Well, and Matt was telling us, you guys, you hold people accountable, but you're also you're on their team, your encouragement.
Exactly. We work with them. We want them to succeed. And you know, we're going to check in with them when they come in. We're even going to talk about their diet, how they're eating, because that's a big part of the success when it comes to fitness. It takes a full effort, 24 hours a day. Seeing me once a week is good, but they're going to need to do other things and work harder in order to really get the full out of it.
So you give people ideas even for things they should be doing at home than with their way. And so what are some of the things? I see you've got a mat down here.
Yes.
So what are some of the things we can do?
Okay. Two things you can do just at home every day are a couple different core exercises. Many people don't work their core enough, and the two things I'm about to do will definitely help them.
And it's something you can do at home because you don't need to have equipment.
Yep, no equipment's needed. All you need is an open space and maybe a pad on the floor.
Okay, here we go.
So the first thing is just a simple plank. And what I'm doing here, I'm going to put my forearms out, extend my feet back, and then I'm going to hold myself up in this position right here. Not letting my hips sag way down or way up here. I'm simply maintaining this posture, and I'm going to hold for a designated amount of time. I would recommend when you first begin, start with maybe 30 seconds or 20 seconds until you kind of get used to it, and then as you progress, you can obviously hold for longer.
Okay, and do you do it and then rest and then do another? Do you do a number of them?
I would say generally as a good rule of thumb, maybe 3 sets of maybe 30 seconds with about maybe 30 seconds to a minute in between. Okay. And obviously that can be adjusted going forward depending on your fitness level, more or less.
If it feels like too much, just do what you can.
Yes, always listen to your body. That's one thing I can't stress enough.
So that's a plank. Now what else can we be doing?
The other thing is a bridge, another core exercise, but it also helps work the legs a little bit, activate some of the gluteal muscles. So what I'm going to do for here, I'm going to lay on my back with my head flat on the floor, my hands flat on the floor, my knees up, and then I'm going to pull my hips up until I'm extended in this position. While I'm doing this, I'm contracting my abs and squeezing my gluteals together too.
How long do you hold that?
Just like the plank, you can start with about 20 or 30 seconds, or you can even go up to a minute. It's always good to try it out. Have maybe somebody to monitor your form a little bit, making sure your hips aren't sagging and you're not, shaking or uncomfortable. But yeah, so depending on who you are and how much you've done it before.
How long can you do those things?
I don't know. I think my record for that is about 3 minutes. Okay. Most I ever did it, but. Quality over quantity is something too. The quality of movement exercise is always more important than how much you do. Okay, it's better to be training smarter rather than just going hard all the time and
just
kicking
trying something. I mean, that's something you can try from home.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, some people's barriers to exercise, they don't feel comfortable exercising in front of other people. So these are two things you can do at home in the privacy of your own home with nobody watching. You can try it out and see if you like it, see if it works for you, and if nothing else, this will at least get you started and get you on the right track.
That is a right track, and I see we've got a variety of people in here working out, and I know the gentleman behind us that you may or may not be able to see, he's preparing for knee surgery, so he's got a specific regimen for his medical needs. So if you come in and say, this is what I need to do, that's what you guys do?
Yep. We approach each individual uniquely to their strengths and weaknesses. No two people are alike. Everyone's a little different. And we'll do a few tests when you first come in to kind of measure where you are fitness-wise, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses. If you've had an injury in the past, we'll address that. If there's any medical complications, obviously that needs to be taken into account too. So, yes, everything's going to be individual.
Well, I like the idea, though, that you're kind of saying you want us to succeed and you're going to help us get there. So that's great. Thank you for taking the time today, and everybody
absolutely.
has to get down on your floor and do those things. I will do it tonight, I promise.
Okay,
so.
You better.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
We're with Natalia. Natalia's been exercising here today, and in fact, you and your family have been part of this facility for quite a while.
Yeah, so we've been here, I want to say 7 or so years, back when it was the YMCA, so we've stayed on with all the new renovations and everyone taking over.
And you just told me too, you're not even from Vernon Hills. You travel a little bit.
Kind of. I mean, we're right from Mundelein, so we're just outside of town. But yes, we do belong to Mundelein, and we come here anyway.
Well, that's nice to know. So your whole family takes part in the first.
Yeah, we all do.
And what do you like about this? I mean, it's a beautiful room in here.
It's definitely beautiful. I think my favorite part would be that everyone here is so welcoming, whether it's just coming into the gym or whether you're leaving. There's always so many happy faces. Everyone's always just very welcoming. And I think my favorite part out of this facility compared to all the other ones would be all the classes, and all the trainers and instructors are all just very, very, I don't know what the word for it is. Like, it's a very nice atmosphere, like no pressure, just very easygoing.
Yeah, Matt had used the word encouraging. I like that word.
Yes, that's a very good word for it.
It's not intimidating, it's encouraging.
Yes, and I think especially with all the classes and all the trainers, everyone is very personalized. So they get to know you and they want to personally know you on a better level. And with each class, they give you the attention to improve and really like put forth your best effort, I think.
Well, that's a wonderful commercial of how we should get up out of our chairs and come on over and check this place out. So.
Yes, I love it. I mean, like I said, we before when it was the Y, we debated going to a different Y, and then when they switched to the Vernon Hills rec, we were going to the Mundelein rec, but for some reason, our hearts have always stayed here. So I think this place definitely has a lot of character.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Thanks so much for taking your time. Sorry I interrupted your workout. And have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, we are over in one of the big exercise rooms over here at Lakeview Fitness. We're with Jacqueline Kling, who's the fitness guru over here, right? And she's going to tell us about some of the programs you got available over here for people. Now, you shot out a number to me as we were walking in. You said you've got just a ton of programs that come with your membership that you can try these classes.
Currently, we offer 77 free group exercise classes with your membership. So if you're a member here at the facility or you come drop in, you can take any one of our classes. We have classes that are licensed programs like Body Pump and Zumba, and then we have some of your more traditional classes like Power Step and Muscle Works.
Okay, and so when you say you have the range, do you have also a range of classes depending on how physically fit you've become or how far along on the continuum you are? I don't know how to say that.
That's a great question. So the way we have our group exercise classes structured is that our instructors are teach to a medium level, and then they show high-low options so that it is available to anyone. So if this is your first group exercise class or you've been coming for a long time, you know, we have a challenge for you, or like I said, we're here for the beginner too.
Okay, so you said 77 classes. Do you have to sign up ahead of time, or do you just see, oh, that's a class I'd like to try and show up?
You just show up. We do have a certain number of people that are allowed in each class for equipment purposes. However, we've never had to turn people away. So you come in and you take a number at the front desk, and then you bring that number into the classroom to the instructor.
Okay, and so when you talk about classes, are they all in the middle of the day? When can somebody come and take a class?
We start offering classes at 5:30 in the morning up until 6:30, 7:30 at night. So there's really a class available for any time you might like to come in. We do typically take a break in the middle of the afternoon. We have a lunchtime class, but then after that we break usually from about 1 to 4, and then we start offering classes again about 4:30 in the afternoon.
Okay, and all that information is on your website, and I saw it posted on the big sign out at the entrance as well.
Yes, correct. We have a group exercise schedule, what the current schedule is, and we typically will have what the next schedule is going to be. So we're about to have a holiday schedule for 2 weeks, and then the next schedule will come out January 5th, and it'll run all the way until spring break.
Okay, so people can keep a look at that and kind of plan their days around it. So, and if you want to know more, I know you're here. The website has information. People can give a call, but if you want to drop in and try something, that's something you can do too, to see what the fitness class is like.
Yes, I believe we do offer free trials here, but if you're interested in trying one of our group exercise classes, you can give me a call, and I'm happy to give you a free pass to come in and try that class for the day.
Excellent. Hey, thank you for taking the time, and thanks for helping everybody as we work on our fitness goals.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, now we're over by the pool area. You can see it's a beautiful facility here at Lakeview. We're back with Matt, and now we've added Mark. You're the membership guru over here, I understand. So if people have been watching this and they say, yeah, I would like to try it out. First of all, Matt, you said you can come and give a free try. You'd help them out with
Yeah, we do a 3-day trial now, and people can come in, check us out. Like I said earlier, we believe that you have to test it, see if it's right for you, and we really believe it will be right for you.
Okay, so now, and then once people decide it's right for them, I understand you're the guy that has a lot of different options for how people can get hooked up in here.
Well, I think a lot of times people, either they come in knowing exactly what they want to do, or they might need a little help. So we offer a free fitness orientation where one of our staff meets with the new member, and they walk them around the fitness center and kind of explain how all the equipment works so they get more familiar with it. We also offer a wellness consultation, so it's meeting with one of our personal trainers. They have a conversation about what their individual goals are, what they're trying to accomplish, and that personal trainer can give them some exercise suggestions on how to best to achieve them, and doing it to their own individual needs, but also to do it safely, because it's about doing it the right way for yourself rather than just doing it hard.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. It doesn't have to be like you kill yourself over these things. Listen to your body, do what's right for you. So.
And as I get older, I listen more and more.
I as well. So, well, and so when it comes to what options there are, you said that there's some drop-in times. There's some things people can do, especially if it's like school is off and you have a need. You guys got some things for that?
Sure. When it comes to membership, your best rate is always going to be with one of our annual contracts. If you can't make that commitment, we do short term, so we have 30-day. You can do 1 week, which is perfect for college kids or anybody that's in for a short period of time. And then we always have daily admission, a daily drop-in, where you can come in and just pay our daily fee, which starts at $7 for residents.
So, I mean, this winter, if I wasn't a member yet, and I wanted to bring my kids over to the pool, say, is that an option? I could do a daily drop-in. Are there times that the pool is open?
Certainly. We have open swim, especially during when the kids are not in school, from noon until close at the end of the day at 9:30 at night. Facility closes at 10. We also have weekend open swim, and all that stuff is available on our website. And then during the day, we have open swim. Usually, when we don't have lessons in the pool and stuff of that nature.
So there's stuff we can do to use this facility, even if we're still on the fence about joining. Now, as far as joining, if somebody is watching this at the very beginning of January, I understand that's a great time to join over here, that you got some deals at the beginning of January.
Well, any time is a great time to join, but January 1st, we actually have, fitness is kind of, January is kind of our Black Friday. So January 1st, between 7 a.m. and 1 p.m., you can save 20% off an annual membership if you come in. So for an adult or a senior couple, it can be as low as $28.60 a month. From January 2nd through the 8th, we have a 10% off annual memberships. But again, throughout the course of the year, we offer discounts on our annual memberships when you commit for 12 months, paying either monthly or all at one time.
Okay, so it's not, what I've heard you say too when we were off camera is the philosophy behind this is different than if it was a for-profit entity. So you make it affordable.
No, the goal is, I mean, it was really an opportunity for the residents when the Park District was able to keep this building from staying closed. They worked with the village, and it was really intergovernmental agreement at its best. So now, this is for the residents and the Park District members. So, I mean, we believe that, it's all about the individual. We want to help them to achieve their individual wellness goals. But you know what? We're not as big as some of the box stores, but you know what? What we do very well. We're here to be friendly. We want to make you feel like you're at home, but we also want to listen to you individually so that you can, achieve what you're trying to achieve.
And you don't have to, as we just heard from Natalia, that you don't have to live in Vernon Hills to take part in these programs. You've got people that work in the corporate areas that this is their go-to facility.
Certainly. We have a lot of corporate members who come in and fill our classes in the mornings and use our facility. And we're a great option for everybody that comes into the village.
And it is this is like one of the high spots of Vernon Hills. We've got a lot of high spots, and one of them, like you said, is the government's working together to make sure this facility stayed here and stayed available to us. So thank you to you and to your staff. If people want to find out more, remember, go to the website, come over here and talk to these guys, send them an email. They want you in here to at least check it out so you know what's over here. Thanks for taking the time and good luck on your Black Friday sale.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we've come over near Countryside Fire. We're across the street, so you can get a good view of everything. We're near this fire hydrant to talk fire hydrant etiquette protocol with Fireman Tony Rodkey of Countryside Fire. I don't know what you'd call it. You do have a fire hydrant program over here, though.
We call it Adopt a Fire Hydrant, and it allows the community to get involved and keep any debris, or now wintertime, snow away from the fire hydrant. So in case there's a fire, we can access that fire hydrant much quicker, get water on the fire.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want you guys to get to work right away. So what kind of people adopt fire hydrants?
Anybody in the neighborhood, folks. All you have to do is give us a call, let us know, hey, we're at this location, we want to adopt a fire hydrant. We got a nice little certificate for you. We put that on there, and then it's your responsibility when it snows to keep it clear. 3 feet around the fire hydrant's what we're looking for. If you notice any debris, branches and so forth, trash, we ask, clean it up, keep it nice. You adopted it.
So you don't have to be a grown-up to do this either.
No, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, great project, great community project for them as well.
And you get a nice certificate. When we're talking about the fire hydrant, this one here, is that for you guys? What's the purpose of that flag up on the top?
The flag here is so that if there is snow and it's built up around a fire hydrant, hopefully the snow's not over that flag and we can identify where that hydrant is, and then we're going to have to dig it out.
Yeah, especially in those neighborhoods where if it does get pushed up against it, hopefully you can still find it. Hopefully we're not going to have a winter like that. But if we do, so they can give a call, go online and find out how to adopt a fire hydrant in their neighborhood, keep their neighborhood safer.
Give me a call, we'll get you set up.
Sounds good. Let's talk about some other things. As it's cold, might have our space heaters on, might be trying to keep ourselves a little warmer. Can you give us what you always tell us? You like that clear zone.
Absolutely. Now we're using those supplement heaters, the space heaters, kerosene heaters, the electric heaters. We need to keep all items at least 3 feet away. We don't want to be coming in with our wet gloves and mittens and setting them too close to the fireplace, to the space heaters, because they can dry out rapidly and catch on fire. So at least 3 feet from any fireplace, any space heater is what we're looking for. Service your furnace if you haven't done it. Make sure that there's a clean filter in there. Have a professional come in and service that furnace to make sure it's operating properly with the cold weather.
And I know you like us to check our chimneys, especially if they're older and they haven't been.
If you're using your fireplace regularly, you haven't had it cleaned, we suggest once a year. Now we know some folks can't do that, but if you know you're burning a lot of firewood, have your chimney cleaned. It's a great idea.
Well, and I know when we're talking about the new year, a lot of times people say, I should take a little time, especially, learn something. You've got things we can learn from the Countryside Fire. You got some classes we can take.
Oh yeah, you want to make a New Year's resolution, take up fire safety, or maybe take a first aid CPR class. We offer them at the last Tuesday of every month here at 600 Deer Path, our fire station there. 6 p.m. it starts. It's a few hours. It's $50.
And you're done in one night.
One night you get a card that's good for 2 years. You ever need any repeated training, give me a call.
Okay, sounds good. So that's a lot we can do as we're going into January and into the winter. And I know that you always say you guys are busy. You guys are out going on calls at the time, but that's something you like to do. So remind people what to do. If they think maybe they should call you, what should they do?
Well, if you're ever in doubt, you're asking, should I call? You don't know if somebody's sick, injured, you're not sure, you smell something funny, call 911. If you're in doubt, call 911. We'll come out and check it out, give you a hand.
Yeah, that's what you guys always do. You're the best at it. Thank you to you and your crew, and make sure we get out there and adopt our fire hydrants. How about that?
I hope to hear from a lot of you guys. Have a great New Year.
Thank you. We have taken a little trip up the road to Libertyville to visit our friends at the GLMV Chamber of Commerce, which is one of the biggest chamber of commerces around, and that's the one that represents businesses right here in Vernon Hills. We're with Ray Mullen. He's the executive director over here. And thank you for taking the time to talk with us, because I know you guys got a lot going on all the time.
We are busy, but we're happy to have you here, and thank you for visiting us.
Well, we're glad to be up here. And let's tell people who might not be familiar with the concept of a Chamber of Commerce what it is you guys do.
Well, the Chamber of Commerce supports local businesses, and that's our primary mission. We do it in a lot of ways, but we live in great communities. We have great schools. We have great park districts. We have wonderful libraries. We have great community presence and involvement from the residents of the community. But the businesses, and the local businesses in particular, really are part of the fabric of what makes that community great. They bring jobs, they bring investment in the community, they bring tax revenue, all of which supports the community as a whole. And we support that community of businesses and nonprofits. Well,
and when we talk about GLMV, you do cover a wide range, because the letters in there stand for quite a few communities, not just Vernon Hills.
Right.
Can you recite who that kind of your coverage is?
Sure. The region that we cover is Green Oaks, Libertyville, Mundelein, and Vernon Hills.
And you guys are one of the bigger ones, not only just the area you cover, but this is a really vibrant, retail industry business community here.
It is. I really think that it's fair to say that this area is sort of the epicenter of the commercial, the economy in Lake County. We have a number of other great economic regions around us, but if you take these four communities and combine them, it really is probably the mainstay of the economy.
Well, and like, how many members do you have, or how do you count membership? I mean, is it by person? Is it by company? Or how do you look at the scope of who you're covering here?
We look at it by organization. We have about 600 member organizations, which are businesses and nonprofits. We also have many of the school districts are members of the chamber. All of the municipalities are members. And then on top of the member organizations, there are the representatives that work for those or own those businesses or nonprofits. And in total, we have about 950 active individuals out of those 600 organizations.
That's fairly impressive. I would say, especially if you compare it to other Chamber of Commerces around, you've got to be one of the bigger or more active.
We are. I'm not sure if we're absolutely the largest. I'd like to think that we are the most active, for sure. But we are certainly one of the most active in really all of northern in Lake County and northern Illinois.
Well, and you talked about, for instance, John Kelmar, our village manager from Vernon Hills. He's one of your leaders there, and there are a lot of, like you said, businesses and nonprofits and education. What type of business, if you're sitting home watching this, what type of business might be a member? You'd say, yes, you definitely belong, or you certainly could join.
Well, really any business, or any nonprofit for that matter, really should be a member of the chamber. Because, as I said, we really have one mission, and that's to support the local businesses. And the more membership we have, the more services we can provide for any type of business. But the types of businesses that are currently members range from retail, entertainment, manufacturing, distribution, medical practices, really the entire gamut of business and nonprofits.
And size-wise, little, big?
Anything from a single entrepreneur business up to, I guess, probably our largest corporate member must have 20,000 employees.
Oh, so you do.
Worldwide.
You run.
Right.
And let's talk about what a person gets. You talked about you can offer more services. You guys have a very strong voice, as you said, in supporting the economy here. Do you have that voice in Springfield, Washington? What's your scope?
Well, the voice is a local voice. The awareness of what's going on with legislation and governance projects is really state and nationwide, but that's a communication mission on our part. We don't go to Springfield to campaign for particular issues. The Illinois State Chamber of Commerce does that. At the national level, it's the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. What we focus on is really the local area. We have great relationships with all of the municipalities in our region, and that's what we live and breathe, is really the local issues. But also, we do make sure that our members are aware of upcoming issues at the state and federal level as well.
So there's an education component then, too.
There is, and that's a big part of what we're growing in the Chamber is professional development. We're going to be doing 30 or more, actually, I think it's 32 seminars for professional development next year. And those are not necessarily tied to what's going on with legislative updates, but important topics for entrepreneurship, for tactical business operations, marketing, sales, understanding how to develop your business, how to grow your business, how to make it more profitable.
Now, those seminars, does a person need to be a member to join? Is there a non-member higher fee or something like that?
Those are really member services. Everything we do is really member service, but in particular, our professional development core is a strong part of what we offer, and so there's a very, very small fee, $10 per session for our members. Guests are welcome, but at a much, much higher rate. It's really aimed at being a benefit of being a part of the Chamber.
Well, and you probably fill it up with all your members, too.
Generally, that's true.
Yeah. Well, so you do you do education and communication and legislative voice. What are some of the other services that a person could really tap into here and what that could be a benefit to them if they join the Chamber?
Well, when you join the Chamber, you have automatically 4, and you can generate on your own for no additional cost up to 9 links from our website or affiliated websites back to your own website. So that's part of what the world has changed. The digital environment is a big part of conducting business these days, and we're making great strides in helping our members get promoted out into the world through good search engine optimization brought to them by the Chamber through links back. So that's one. We also have a lot of events where members can promote themselves one-on-one to each other, to the community. We do a business-to-business exchange in conjunction with the Business Ledger, which we just completed in November, which was a great event. 90 or more people there had an opportunity to meet each other, learn about what's going on with the economy moving forward. Coming up in the spring, we'll have our annual Block Party Consumer Expo, which is aimed at providing an opportunity for businesses that sell to consumers to promote their business. It's a great time for the community as well, and that's been a traditional event for a number of years. We also have mixers, we have networking events, so a great deal of one-on-one, face-to-face business growth and opportunity, but also opportunities to promote themselves through our website, through our social media, and bring consumers to their websites through the links.
So you're you're helping everybody make connections through your organization
in various ways. That's right.
Well, let's go back and talk about that coming up in the spring. That the Block Party. Now, that's where, as vendors, I know I've been to that in the past. You come in and you can see everything in one place that you might ever have to buy. So that's something we, as consumers, kind of mark your calendar. You don't have the particulars yet, but that will be in April, and we'll find out more about that. But if you are a vendor that want to get involved in that, they should be planning and thinking ahead already about that.
That's correct. We'll start to send communications out on that right after the first of the year so that our members will know about it. We'll place information in the trade magazines and in other forms of media so that those that are not currently part of the Chamber can be aware of it. And then we promote it to the public through a lot of events. We used a billboard over the last couple of years, which was a kind of a new attempt on our part, and it worked out great. And we have great attendance, and there's a lot of good energy in the space when we do it, and it's a good time for everybody.
A lot of free stuff.
A lot of free stuff, free food.
You know, you can't go wrong if there's something free out there.
Right.
So people can watch and go to the website, because the GLMV website always has a lot of information. And you can see those links to the members. You can see all those things on there. You can do a lot of research to understand what kind of services you could get as you join. Well, and let's talk about the networking just a little bit more, because I know you guys do a lot of get-togethers of different types of industries together, different regions. You do all that constantly. And coming up in January, you have your big gala where you all sit down and celebrate, I guess, everybody and all the good things they're doing.
That's right. That's one of our big signature events. It'll be at Independence Grove. That's January 23rd this year, Friday evening. And we have a great keynote speaker, Keynote speaker is going to be Bob Love, former Chicago Bulls, got a terrific story to tell. And it's a great opportunity for us to celebrate our members, what they've accomplished through the year, introduce our new board of directors, and generally get the year started in a terrific manner.
Well, and people can join the chamber at any time. It isn't
Absolutely.
like there's, so if they want to find out more after watching this, they can give you a call and get all the particulars.
Sure, call us, contact us through the website. We'll be happy to talk about what the chamber can do for them.
Wonderful. Thank you for taking the time. Good luck with all the things going on. Thank you for helping keep everything vibrant around our community, because it certainly is. So.
It's our pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Well, that wraps up this edition of the Vernon Hills Update. If you have comments or suggestions, please contact Mike Stordo at 847-918-3560 or email mikes@vhills.org. Thank you for tuning in to the Vernon Hills Update.